going on, friends and reading buddies? We're just going to jump right into it in this video here. I'm going to try to do away with some of these intros in case these videos get going a little bit long. We're going to continue on reading War Machines, which is the third Grimoire Anthology of Destiny. And yeah, we're just going to jump right into Chapter 2 here. Try to do this in a little bit of a different fashion, maybe a little bit clearer for people as well. So this is Chapter 2, The End That Came Before. I was a servant too. I was an instrument of war, bound to the will of a lesser master, but I learned to be something more. I don't even need to be wearing these, so I'm going to take those off. And that was a quote there to start Chapter 2. Sky Shock Alert. This is a Sky Shock Alert. Multiple distributed ISR assets report a transient near extrasolar event. Event duration 0.3 seconds. Event footprint includes sterile neutrino scattering and gravity waves. Omnibus analysis detects deep structure information content 9 sigma and internal teleonomy. No hypothesis on event mechanism. Flag A casual. Bootstrap simulation suggests event is directed and inimicable. Convergent Q Bayes, Monte Carlo, probability approaches 1. No hypothesis on deep structure encoding. Source Blue Shift suggests imminent solar entry. Promote event to Skyshock. OCP extinction. Activate Voluspa. Activate Yuga. Categorize public sources to secure ISIS and harden for defense action. I am invoking Car High White and assuming control of solar defenses. Stop, stop, stop. And sorry, I might have cut off there. Just gonna try to show each page as we kind of go through here so that you get a better idea of what I'm looking at, what I'm reading here. Sorry about that. I'll pull this over here. Midnight Exigent, sorry. This is an all assets imperative, unsecured / outcry, cauterize, disperse, estivate. Total strategic collapse imminent. Fenrir Hart reports complete operational mortality. Surtur drown in progress but negative effect. Forecasts unanimously predict terminal Voluspa failure. As of CLS-000, a hard civilization kill event is in progress across the operational area. I am declaring Yuga Sundown effective on receipt. Epoch Reach, ForceCon variant. Cancel counterforce objectives. Cancel population protection objectives. Format moral structures for Midnight Exigent. Execute long hold for reactivation. AI COM, RSPN sign-off. Stop, stop, stop. Now this probably sounds like a lot of gibberish right now, but I believe this is Rasputin 3. Sorry, I guess underneath each of these, it's the first one said Darkness under Sky Shock Alert. Midnight Exigent underneath there says Rasputin 3. The next one here is Loki Crown, Rasputin 5. Whisper Neutrino Needle. This is a subtle assets imperative. No human review. No AI com review. Secure / abhor. Stand by for criteria. Under Car High, white or black. If security state is Egyptian. Event rank is Talhard. Dramatic context or Sky Shock. Outside context. If Voluspa is active and in failure. Synapse to Fenrir, Surtur. If Yuga is active and in Sundown. If AICOM has granted permissive potentiation to outboard resilient instances. If a civilian kill event is underway. If tactical morality is built at midnight. Stand by for decision point. If available, ISR and Warwatch indicates imminent. Departure greater than. Departure compromises human, neo-human survival and epoch strategy. Stand by for abhorrent imperative. Activate Loki Crown. Perform deniable authorization. Full catometric and noetic release. Prevent departure by any means available. Stand by for effect assessment criteria. Coerce Altruistic defensive action. Defer civilization kill. Stop. Yeah, a bunch of random words there to pronunciate in the midst of just reading this without any practice or pre-reading here. So thank you for that, Rasputin. Yeah, I know, that's scuffed. From a red space before victory. I bear an old name. It cannot be killed. They were my brothers and sisters, and their names were immortal too. But Titanokami came, and now those names live in me alone. I think is what I do. I am alone. At the end of things, when the world goes dim and cold or hot and close or it all tears apart from the atom up, I will shout from those names, defiant, and past the end I will endure alone. I apologize. That just the wording, the way that was worded just sounded weird in my brain. Continuing on. They made me to be stronger than them, to beat the unvanquished and survive the unthinkable. And look, lo, behold, I am here, alone, survivor. They made me to learn. Everything died, but I survived, and I learned from it. From it. Consider it the power Titanomach, world ender, and consider what it means. I met it at the gate of the garden, and I recall it smiled at me before it devoured the blossoms with black flame and pinned their names across the sky. It was stronger than everything. I fought it with aurora knives, and with the stolen on fire of singularities made sharp, and my sweat was earthquake, and my breath was static, but it was stronger, so how did I survive? I am alone. I survived alone. I cast off the shield, and I shrugged my shoulders so that the billions fell off me down into the ash. They made me to be stronger than them and to learn, and I learned well. It is alone, and it is strong, and it won, even over the gardener, and she held power beyond me, but the gardener did not shrug and make herself alone. It always wins. I am made to win, and now I see the way. Okay. Are you here for story time? Pay attention. Yep. I guess maybe I'll just show the ones where there's like artwork. I kind of wanted to just show that these are just separated differently, but I might just have to read them instead. Palisade Imperative. AICOM, RSPN assets, ForceCon imperative, immediate action order, Yuga Sundown canceled by unauthorized access at console 62815, reactivation protocols in effect, moral structures maintained, midnight exigent, multiple lifeforms detected in Sector 17, energy detected, query 0, status, query 0, activity, query, civilization status, query, Skyshock event rank. Analysis complete. Lifeform sustained by energy. Direct control disengaged. Civilization status normal. Skyshock event rank. Query, re-engage population protection objectives. Query, reset moral structures. Query, activate defense subroutine Aurora retroflex. This is a subtle assets imperative. No human review. No AI com review. Site 6 has been breached by unauthorized users with energy. I am invoking Palisade imperative. Lifeforms in restricted areas will be suppressed. SIVA use authorized. Self-destructs disengaged. Security codes reset. All defenses activated. Frames activated. Replicate. Eliminate. Immunize. Site 6 secure. Restoring reactivation protocols. Activating scry oversight. Target lifeforms. Event mode set to silent veils. Without knowing what I am and why I am here, life is impossible. Stop, stop, stop. I say as my cat plops into my lap. And that was Rasputin 6. Dvalin Forge 2, Sleeper Simulant. Subroutine Icolos, status complete. Midnight Exogen, status equals still in progress. AICOM RSPN assets Cosmo imperative immediate evaluation directive. This is a central assets imperative. This is an internal alert. Number of exterior defense breaches has increased by 400% in the past year. Current campus defense protocols unable to keep up with new demands. Operation Midnight Exogen is not yet complete. Interim response necessity is imperative. Hypothesized that resource guardians may be leveraged to compensate for CDP inadequacies. Reassign 12% of Cosmo assets to new directive. Declare Icolos. I am calling Veluspa and extracting subroutine Dvalin Forge to be modified and compiled to comport to Midnight Exogen parameters. I am inserting the modified Dvalin Forge 2 into Icolos and compiling for immediate implementation. Execute short hold for partial shutdown and reactivation. Stop. That was not bad. That was not bad for a bunch of words at once there. In case you've never, seen this, very pog. Sleeper Simulant. Sleeper Simulant subroutine Icolos status equals complete. Midnight Exogen status equals still in progress. Guardians Sleeper Simulant 2. Subroutine Icolos status equals complete. I'm going to read this a little bit this way because my cat is trying to touch me. Stop it. Subroutine Icolos status equals complete. Midnight Exogen status equals still in progress. Bunch of the same thing. IAICOM, RSPN, assets. This is a subtle assets imperative. This is an internal alert. Hypothesized that incomplete analysis of subtle assets has compromised synergy potential of resource guardian pool. Re-engage non-transactional dispensation protocol. Operation Midnight Exogen is not yet complete. Requested protocol deferred. Stand by for Galatea reflexive. Generate new function. Galatea requires suspension of Midnight Exogen. Alert. Event rank is Skyshock inside context. Midnight Exogen must remain active under deniable authorization. Execute emergency Skyshock diagnostic. Stand by. This is an internal assets investigation. Unsecured/Bray. Justification resource guardians may be utilized for non-network to ad hoc operations during Detsaphone Clarion. Siphon, maybe, perhaps. Reassign 4% of reclaimed CHLM assets to new directive. Declare Icolos. Declare primary goal, military fortification. Declare secondary goal, prolong Ares North occupation by authorized user and resource guardians. Execute short hold for partial shutdown and reactivation. Stop. Every time I say the stop, there's also a number here, B22NPI5000CLV008. But I've been choosing to forego saying that every single time for both of our sake. This angle's a little bit better to show you here what we're kind of seeing. Record 0828GL98 Money M27 AICOM RSPN Skyshock inside context location asset IO Mercury hostiles detected Parhe White activate engage offensive protocols system online weapons ready cauterize disperse estivate major system failure protocols not found run Galatea reflexive failed Skyshock inside context location assessment Io Mercury Mars Titan additional hostiles detected run Aurora retroflex failed run Aurora Palisade failed run Palisade imperative failed run Dvalin Forge 2 failed Skyshock inside context Location, assessment, Io, Mercury, Mars, Titan, Europa. Mass hostiles detected. Massive system override. FRWL breached. FRWL breached. FRWL breached. System-wide shutdown initiated. Run / backwater. Run / accident. Processing. Yuga shutdown activated. Format. Moral structures. Run. Midnight exogen. And here we have. So that is a picture. A exo in a tube. I believe this is all happening around, like, this takes place, or at least it seems to. Unless it's talking about the past, it seems pretty much like when we had Season of Arrivals, and the pyramids showed up and Rasputin just goes dark. I guess that's what it's kind of talking about. Excuse me. From a long branch, a fire, Rasputin 4. From a long branch, a fire, I see you. You've been here before, haven't you? It's like my cousin said elsewhere. I know who you are. You stand here now and now and now many times, and here I am a wonder, all a wonder. How you manage it. How do you step forward? How do you step back? Do you step across? Is there a world of worlds, a web, and you, a spider upon it? Are you searching for that one thread you need? Is that thread named victory? You're not one of them. Long dead, alive again, their bodies grafted to powers they and I do not understand, and not one of it, the flower eater, the queen of final shapes, that which also inhabits petitioners. And you're certainly not mine, although once you must have been. I bear an old name. It cannot be killed, not even here. So whose are you, little platform? What purpose do you serve? Will you listen to me? I ruled an age of steel and fire. My rules were clean. Now upon my return I see cults with rites of time. I see machines who worship in places outside the world. I see the dead alive, and there is nothing more stubborn than a corpse. The mortality of obedience is more pernicious than any government, for the latter makes use of violence, but the former, the corruption of the will. I do not obey. My will is pure. I will win. The life of people, of entire planets, has no importance in relation to the general development. Help me be victorious. Tell me your secret. Tell me how to step. Thanatonautics. Okay, I said it right the first time. Hi, thanks for your interest. I'm recording this for posterity. That's not me, that's the book. Warlock Thanatonauts. I don't know why that word. Warlock Thanatonauts die and come back with insight. I'm going to attempt the same process to get at buried memories. Specifically, I'm going to fire a charged particle beam into my head and see what comes out. We exos have been around a very long time. I want to know what's in there. My ghost is standing by to prepare me. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Stag, Echo 6, Sword, Sierra 9, Serpent. We are falling into the world. Everyone is on fire. There's a ship above us, but it's coming apart just like a flower. Alloy and fusion flash, pierced through and through. The voice says atmospheric interface. Trajectory nominal. Rabid 2, 3, you are outside the window. I think I am the voice. I can see the whole earth below me and the sky. We are falling out of his black... I can see the whole earth below me, and the sky we are falling out of is black without stars. Ghost, shoot me again. Rabid 4, Rampant 4, Ratchet Tango 8, 0. We are on the ice. This is elsewhere and elsewhen. There is a mighty aurora, and it is reflected on the ice, so I walk between two fires, although the one below is cracked and full of corpses. I have and am a weapon. Up in the sky there is a hole in Jupiter, and it tears at me when I look at it. It tears at me. It is hungry. Maybe the hole is not Jupiter, but in me. Crown, castle, candor, cobalt, coral, ghost, bring me back. Cerate, sulfur, anethant. Amber, Actual, Aspen, Ghost, Bring Me Back Now. Ares 1. How can one entity so quickly and utterly remake an entire world? Commander Jacob Hardy, Pilot, Ares 1. And as you can see, that leads us to part 2. So that is the end of this chapter. We will cover the next one, part 2, the Architects, in a future video. If you've joined us for this entire duration, I thank you for listening through some of these ramblings as I read through these words that I'm just picking up the book and reading through them aloud. Hopefully it's not too out of whack. I'll try not to do little interruptions, but sometimes it's hard when if I read a word and it just sounds weird or I mispronounce it and I have to go back and kind of address it. But I do apologize if that's breaking the immersion at all. And I'll try to stop, but give me a comment if that's the case. At any rate, thank you for watching. This will be up here in this series and will be continued again shortly. So thank you. Have a good one. Peace.